Have you ever thought that the key to easing years of silent kidney stress might already be in your own kitchen, perhaps even sitting quietly in your fruit bowl? These days, dialysis machines are working nonstop in hospitals around the world, helping millions whose kidneys can no longer keep up. But what if we didn't have to wait until things got that far? What if we could take simple steps, starting today, to care for our kidneys before they reach a breaking point? As a doctor who has spent over 20 years studying chronic illnesses and the power of natural healing, I've come to believe in something truly remarkable. Ordinary fruits, the kind we often overlook, can have powerful effects on our health. I'm not here to offer miracles or quick fixes, but I am here to share what science, traditional wisdom, and real-life stories have shown me, that 9 humble fruits each backed by research and lived experience can help protect, support, and even revitalize your kidneys in gentle, but meaningful ways. In this video, we're not just naming fruits for the sake of it. We'll look closely at how each one works inside the body, what modern studies are saying, and how real people from patients to caregivers have used these fruits to turn their health around. We'll also talk about the quiet dangers, those hidden causes of kidney decline that creep in long before any symptoms appear. And by the end of this journey, my hope is that you'll not only learn something new, but begin to see food and your body with a deeper sense of care and possibility. So go ahead, pour yourself a warm cup of tea, make yourself comfortable, and join me as we take this gentle journey together from worrying and uncertainty to clarity, hope, and healing. Let me start with a bit of honesty. You don't actually detox your kidneys the way those wellness ads often claim. No, green juice won't flush them out. Drinking gallons of water won't magically undo years of damage. And no trendy 3-day cleanse can restore what's been silently worn down over time. The truth is, your kidneys are already doing the detox work for you every hour of every day. Quietly, tirelessly, they filter your blood, balance your body's minerals, regulate your blood pressure, and even produce hormones that tell your body when to make new red blood cells. Each kidney holds nearly 1 million tiny filters called nephrons. They are remarkable, but there's a catch. Once these nephrons are damaged, they don't grow back, and most people don't even know they're losing them until it's far too late. I remember a patient of mine, Mr. Fan. He was 55, a hard-working father of 3, healthy, or so he thought, just a little tired lately. But when we ran a routine blood test, we found his kidney function had dropped to 40%. No pain, no signs, just quiet decline. And like so many others, he looked at me and said, "Doctor, I wish someone had told me sooner." That's why I'm making this video. Because unlike the skin, or the liver, or even the gut, the kidneys suffer in silence. By the time you feel the swelling in your legs, the deep fatigue, or the foamy urine, you may have already lost 60 to 70% of your kidney function. So, instead of waiting for that to happen, let's ask a different question. What if we could nourish those nephrons before they failed? What if, through small choices, through everyday foods, especially certain fruits, we could ease the burden on the kidneys, reduce inflammation, control blood sugar, and give those filters the support they desperately need? Science says we can, but only if we start before the damage is done. Most people think of strawberries as just a sweet little snack, but behind their bright red color is a surprising gift for your kidneys. Strawberries are naturally rich in vitamin C, polyphenols, and a special compound called ellagic acid, powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and protect the delicate cells inside your kidneys from damage. Even more than that, they act as gentle diuretics, helping your body release toxins more easily through urine. I remember Annie Lan, a 62-year-old woman who loved gardening. She came to me one day with stage 3 kidney disease. Gently, she asked, "Doctor, I grow strawberries at home. Can I still eat them?" I smiled and told her, "They might be one of the best things you can eat." And I meant it. Studies have shown that strawberry extract can reduce kidney inflammation and even support the blood's ability to filter waste, especially during times of physical stress. Of course, they need to be eaten the right way, fresh or frozen, never canned or soaked in syrup, and ideally with the skin still on. A handful a day, around 1 cup, is usually a safe and nourishing amount, unless you're on a strict potassium-restricted diet. Annie Lamb began adding fresh strawberries to her oatmeal each morning. 1 year later, her kidney function had stabilized. Sometimes, the smallest fruits bring the biggest changes. Pineapple may look like just another tropical treat, sweet, juicy, refreshing, but few people realize it's actually one of the most kidney-friendly fruits you can eat. Inside this golden fruit is a powerful enzyme called bromelain, which has natural anti-inflammatory effects. And since inflammation is one of the main reasons kidneys break down over time, bromelain can offer real support where it matters most, deep inside your cells. Pineapple also gives you vitamin C, manganese, and a high water content, all of which help your body stay hydrated and gently flush out waste without putting too much strain on your kidneys. And here's something important, especially for those with kidney concerns. Pineapple is naturally low in potassium, making it a much safer choice compared to many other fruits. I remember a patient named Mr. Hung, 48 years old, who was on a potassium-restricted diet. Most fruits were off limits for him, but pineapple became his go-to. We started with small servings, adding a few pieces to his salad each day. Not only did it satisfy his cravings, but over the next few months, his lab results showed noticeable improvement. If you enjoy pineapple, just remember, eat it fresh, raw, or lightly grilled. Avoid canned versions, which often have added sugar. Just a few slices a day can make a difference. Pineapple isn't a miracle cure, but it can be a delicious, natural step toward protecting your kidneys for the long run. Papaya may look like just another colorful tropical fruit, but in truth, it's a quiet healer, especially when it comes to protecting your kidneys. Inside papaya is an enzyme called papain, well known for its natural anti-inflammatory properties. This enzyme helps reduce swelling within the kidneys, allowing them to function more smoothly. In addition, papaya is rich in vitamins A and C, both of which protect kidney cells from harmful oxidative stress. But the benefits don't stop there. Papaya also supports healthy digestion and gentle detoxification, which means it helps your body get rid of waste more efficiently, giving your kidneys less work to do. It's particularly helpful for people managing high blood pressure or diabetes, two of the leading causes of kidney decline. That's thanks to its folate and glutathione content, which together help break down a compound called homocysteine, something that can harm blood vessels in both the kidneys and the heart if left unchecked. I once worked with a woman named Mrs. Dung, a 59-year-old diabetic. She began adding fresh papaya to her morning smoothies. Over time, not only did her inflammation levels drop, but her digestion improved noticeably too. If you're considering papaya, remember to eat it fresh and ripe. Add it to smoothies or simple salads, and if you're on a low-potassium diet, enjoy it in moderation. It's a simple fruit with a soothing effect and a smart choice for long-term kidney support. Grapes may seem like a sweet little snack, but when it comes to kidney health, there's so much more than that. In fact, if you choose the right kind, grapes can be like natural medicine for your kidneys. They're rich in a special antioxidant called resveratrol, which has been shown to reduce oxidative stress, lower inflammation, support kidney filtration, and even slow the growth of kidney cancer cells in early lab studies. Because grapes are full of water, they also act as gentle diuretics, helping your body release excess fluid through urine, which can be especially helpful for people who experience water retention to kidney issues. A small clinical trial even suggested that resveratrol might help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease by protecting the nephrons, the tiny filters inside your kidneys, and improving blood flow. I once worked with a young school teacher named Ms. Mai. She was diagnosed with early-stage kidney disease and wanted to make better choices. She began eating fresh grapes every afternoon instead of processed snacks. Over 6 months, not only did she feel more energetic, but her lab results also showed a slight improvement in her creatinine levels. If you enjoy grapes, try eating them fresh, with the skin and seeds if your body can tolerate them. Avoid raisins or overly sweet grape juices, and if you're considering supplements like grape seed extract, speak with your doctor first. Sometimes, the best medicine doesn't come in a bottle, it grows quietly in clusters, waiting for us to notice. Blueberries may be small, but when it comes to kidney protection, they're quietly powerful. These tiny blueberries are much more than just a trendy superfood, they're one of the best natural defenses we have against kidney damage. Packed with anthocyanins, polyphenols, and vitamin C, blueberries help the body in several important ways. They fight oxidative stress, which is one of the main causes of damage to the tiny filters inside your kidneys called nephrons. They also help lower blood pressure and improve blood circulation to things that directly affect kidney function. Even more impressive, blueberries can help prevent urinary tract infections by making it harder for harmful bacteria to stick to the lining of the urinary tract. What makes blueberries especially valuable for people with kidney concerns is their naturally low levels of sodium, phosphorus, and potassium that makes them safe and supportive even for those in the early stages of chronic kidney disease or for people with diabetes. A 2022 study on animals showed that blueberry extract reduced inflammation and slowed the progression of kidney problems in diabetic mice. And in human studies, diets rich in anthocyanins were linked to better blood pressure and improved vascular health. I once worked with a patient named Ms. Han, a 44-year-old woman with a strong family history of kidney disease. She began adding just half a cup of blueberries to her breakfast oatmeal each morning. 6 months later, her blood pressure had gone down, and her kidney function had stayed steady despite her genetic risk. If you want to try blueberries, enjoy them fresh, frozen, or blended into smoothies. Just be sure to avoid sweetened blueberry yogurts or juices, and when possible, choose wild or organic varieties. They tend to have the highest levels of protective antioxidants. Tiny fruit, big protection. When it comes to protecting your kidneys from one of their most common and quiet threats, urinary tract infections, cranberries are truly your best friend. These small, tart berries are packed with a natural compound called proanthocyanins, or PAX for short. What they do is prevent harmful bacteria like E. coli from sticking to the walls of your bladder and urinary tract. And when those bacteria can't stick, they can't multiply, meaning fewer infections and less strain on your kidneys. This is especially helpful for women who tend to get repeated infections. In addition to PAX, cranberries also provide vitamin C, flavonoids, and even a bit of resveratrol, all of which work together to reduce inflammation and protect against oxidative stress, two of the root causes of kidney decline. A major review back in 2008 looked at 10 different studies and found that cranberry products helped reduce the risk of UTIs by 35% over the course of a year. That's a big difference, especially for people with diabetes or weaker immune systems. I often recommend cranberries to patients with early kidney issues or a history of infections. One of them, Thou, just 32 years old, used to have frequent UTIs, but once she started drinking a small glass of diluted cranberry juice each day unsweetened, of course she went an entire year without a single infection. It's important to note that cranberries aren't a cure, and they won't treat an infection once it starts, but when it comes to prevention, they're incredibly effective. If you want to give cranberries a try, choose unsweetened juice or eat fresh or frozen berries. Avoid sugary drinks or canned sauces, as they can cancel out the benefits. Sometimes, the best medicine is the one that quietly prevents the problem from ever happening at all. Pomegranates aren't just beautiful to look at, they're also remarkably powerful when it comes to nourishing your kidneys from the inside out. Those deep red seeds are full of a rare antioxidant called punicalagin, which has been shown to support kidney health in several important ways. It helps improve blood flow to the kidneys, reduces inflammation, and protects the delicate tissues inside from damage caused by free radicals. For people living with chronic kidney disease, poor circulation is a serious concern because it can make nephron damage even worse over time. But the natural compounds in pomegranates help open up blood vessels, making it easier for oxygen and nutrients to reach the kidneys where they're needed most. If you enjoy pomegranates, there are a few simple ways to include them in your routine. You can drink fresh pomegranate juice in moderation, and better yet, eat the seeds themselves to get both the antioxidants and the fiber your body needs. Just be careful to avoid bottled pomegranate juices that are high in added sugar, as they can cancel out the health benefits. Pomegranates are sweet, vibrant, and surprisingly healing. Sometimes, one fruit really can bring a bit of life back into tired organs. You've probably heard the old saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." Well, it turns out, that's more than just a clever phrase, it's a habit backed by science, especially when it comes to protecting your kidneys. Apples are naturally low in potassium, phosphorus, and sodium, which makes them an ideal fruit for people managing kidney concerns. But their true strength lies in their fiber, especially a type called pectin, which supports gut health and, in doing so, takes pressure off the kidneys. Healthy digestion means fewer toxins circulating in the body, and that's something your kidneys always appreciate. Apples also contain quercetin, a powerful antioxidant that helps lower blood pressure and reduce inflammation, both of which are major contributors to kidney strain. Some research even suggests that the pectin in apples may bind to heavy metals like lead or mercury and help the body remove them, gradually reducing the load your kidneys have to carry. If you're adding apples to your routine, try to eat them whole, with the peel on, because that's where many of the nutrients live. Choose organic if possible, since apples often rank high on the list of fruits with pesticide residue. And it's best to avoid apple juice or dried apples with added sugar, as they lose much of the fruit's natural benefit. Just 1 or 2 fresh apples a day can quietly support your kidneys for years to come. It's a simple choice with long-term power. Let's take a moment to pause and look back. You've just discovered 10 simple fruits, each with their own quiet power to support, protect, and gently nourish your kidneys from the inside out. And while the science behind each one is impressive, the most important lesson about any one fruit, it's about something much deeper. Healing isn't about miracles. It's not about magic foods or expensive pills. It's about the small, steady choices we make every single day. A bowl of blueberries with your breakfast, a fresh slice of watermelon on a warm afternoon, a handful of grapes instead of a sugary snack. These aren't grand gestures, but they are powerful ones. Over time, they build momentum. They give your kidneys the space to breathe, the chance to rest, and the support they need to keep doing their quiet, miraculous work, filtering your blood, balancing your body, and helping you feel your best. So let me ask you this: which fruit will you add to your day today? And even more importantly, what will you do tomorrow and the day after that to protect the health you still have? Because the truth is, prevention isn't just possible, it's powerful. And your kidneys, they're worth every bit of that care.